I can feel it through my entire body. Lovely width, lovely turn. I'm on plane. I'm taking care of all of that stuff. And I give myself such a better chance of hitting a shot from there. Hey golfers, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the backswing. Now, when golfers come and see me, I will see a whole range of different backswings. And I think that's why sometimes the backswing can be quite complicated or confusing for a lot of people. Okay, we could have people who come and see, and the backswing is very flat. Maybe it's too upright. We can see the right wrist too flat. We can see too much hinge in the wrist. This arm too bent. Left arm too bent. A whole manner of different things. Now in today's video, I got a really cool drill that I want to talk you through. There's 3 to 4 steps to this drill that's going to take care of your backswing and put it in a really good position to start the downswing without having to compensate from maybe a faulty position at the top. Okay, so before we dive into that, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And as always, let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. I always find it cool to hear where people are watching from. But let's get started with this drill. Okay, so what do we need to achieve from the backswing? We need a good amount of rotation. That's going to help us create some power. Okay, we need the club and lead arm on a good plane. That's going to help us get the club coming down on the correct plane as well. We also need to talk a little bit about the wrists, the right arm, and what this needs to do as well. Now, this drill is going to really take care of all of that. We're going to be covering a little bit of the turn, the plane of the arm, what the wrist should be doing, and in particular, the arms as well. Okay, so let's get into this drill. Quite a simple one once you get it, but there are some things that I want to highlight. Always remember, throughout this whole drill, the term is going to be stay in posture as we go through these steps. Okay, what I don't want you doing is, we'll see this part in a moment, but maybe getting up to the top and coming out. We must remain in our angles that we create at address, and of course we're turning and tilting on that as well. But what we're going to do, let's start with the setup position as normal. Okay, nudge that a bit that way. So setup position as normal. First part to this, we are going to bend at our elbows, and there'll be a little bit of hinge in the wrist as you do this, and you're going to place the shaft on the right side of your head this way. Okay, so we're staying in our posture, we're hinging up, bending at the elbows, and the club's just resting between my shoulder and my ear here on the shoulder. Okay, now what we're going to do from here is we're going to add in our rotation. We've got 90 degrees. You can see as I turn, I get my shoulders to match that stick on the ground. Okay, so we're kind of building in that rotation that we need from a good backswing. Okay, now this third part, really, really important. You've probably heard the term depth. Depth sometimes gets a little bit misunderstood, and people think that depth is flat and that is deep. Okay, now what I want you to think about is take the butt end of the club here, and our goal is going to be to try and get this part at the top of our backswing as far away from the ball, and the furthest point from that is going to be in a diagonal in this direction. Okay, so let's think, when we get our first 2 parts of this drill, we go fold and rest there. We're going to turn. Now we're going to try and reach the butt of this club. We're going to stretch our arms out, and we're going to reach as far up in that direction as we can. Remember, hard, but try and stay in posture. Don't let yourself come up. Try and stay in posture. You can even focus your eyes on the golf ball. Now I got a really good turn here. I got tons of width when I do this. So here, we're in posture, we're turning, and now I'm reaching. I got tons and tons of width. Now, what else is this doing for me? I talked about the right arm. Why do some people's left arms bend? Well, Rory's right arm gets to about 69 degrees. So from here up, what we'll see from a lot of golfers that I teach, this arm will pass 90. We really don't want that passing 90. I actually have a specific video coming on that issue as well, but we don't want that to pass. So as I push this club in a diagonal as far away as I can, I'm of course creating a really good sense of width at the top, and you can see my arm hasn't collapsed. Okay, and this motion too helps keep the wrist from being broken down as well. Okay, now what is the next piece? Well, firstly, let me talk a little bit more about that depth. Now, the depth thing, if I go and we have in our head at the top of the backswing, we need the butt of the club as far away as we can get it from the ball. If I do the first two steps here, turn, if I reach straight back, that's still too close. If I reach in here, that's still close. The furthest point is way up in that direction, and you will feel the stretch. I can guarantee it. That is not a bad thing. All right. So when we get to that, here is sort of the fourth piece. Some of you will do this naturally, some of you will not. So I'm going to highlight it, and I want you to check it and see if you need this fourth piece or not. Okay. Right wrist at the top of the backswing. Tour average, you might have seen my video on the Pro Sender. It is based around a 50, I think it's set at 51 degrees. Tour average is going to have 50 to 55 degrees of right wrist. It's called extension. Think of it as bend at the top of the backswing. Okay, that's what that's designed to do. So when we get up to the top, because some people might do step 1, step 2, really good at step 3, but leave the club face quite toed down, so that's open, and we don't want that. So the fourth part, if you need it, you have to check your swing yourself, or you doing your drill. If you don't see, I'll show you in a second. Turn, reach, and then bend that right wrist back. So see that? That's closing the face. So if you need this part, you're going to get the club face much more square. Okay, it's going to help keep the shaft on plane as well. But if you don't need that part, your forearm would be matching the leading edge. Okay, if you look at this drill and you do the parts, the here, up, and you see your club face more that way, or that right wrist flat, give it a turn. Now we are in a really, really good position here. Strong. I can feel it through my entire body. Lovely width, lovely turn. I'm on plane. I'm taking care of all of that stuff. And I give myself such a better chance of hitting a shot from there. Okay. So this leads us to, how do you take this to your golf swing and actually hitting golf balls? What we want to do, and I always like to put myself under pressure in these. I think I'm maybe 10 for 10 on not making a mess, but here we go. So we're going to go through our drill. And when you first try this, you might not hit it perfect. It doesn't matter. Reach, right wrist. Now from that really strong, good position.
If you're anything like me and you like to wear a good quality leather glove when you're playing golf, but don't fancy the high price tag, well, go and check out my channel sponsors page, gxgolfgloves.com. Really good quality glove at a fraction of the cost. Use code David at checkout and you'll save yourself a nice little bit of cash as well.
We're going to hit. He did a pretty good job. That is what we're going to do, and we're going to rep that out like crazy. Now, say you're practicing and you're hitting, say, 50 balls, okay? You want to hit maybe 25 with the freeze drill. Up here, there, freeze, hit. And then for your remaining balls, try and feel, can you achieve that position without the drill? So as I've done it a few times, I can think, okay, that's quite like my drill. Then I can go and try and hit a shot and achieve that then in the full swing. Okay, so that's how you practice it. That's the drill. Get really good at it. Find out if you need to add that fourth piece or not to get your club face square. And I think it's going to lead to such a better backswing and ultimately a better downswing. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. See you guys in the next one.